stand today in former President Trump's New York criminal trial. Yesterday, the former president's former attorney and fixer directly tied Mr. Trump to the $130,000 payment that kept Stormy Daniels quiet and disguised reimbursements as ordinary legal expenses. The former president says
it had not come close to proving fraud or that any fraud has taken place. There's no fraud here. There's no crime here.
America is listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
And right now it's 7 o'clock. Good morning. I'm Rayford Brown.
Wow.
I'm Kelly Knapp.
And I'm Lee Barris.
Wow.
I could hear all the feedback. You know, you had that one button on, and all I heard was good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Well, I said it several times just to make sure everybody.
And the
gets
echo,
heard.
and I was like, whoa.
So, well, that's something. The folks at home, they don't get to hear that. They don't get to hear the echo unless
No,
I
they
really
don't.
screw up. So, anyway, kind of a little overcast this morning. Not cold, not warm. It's just like hanging in there. There's not a leaf moving on the tree out there. That's going to change later on.
That's a calm before the storm.
Yeah, pretty
A
much.
lot of
That's
rain.
so anyway, yeah, lots of calm before the storm here, there, and everywhere else across this nation and around the world right now. So we'll be talking about a bunch of that today. Y'all, you got pretty much an open mic. If you want to jump in here with something that you think's important, or something you consider to be important that you want to talk about, come on down. 910-333-0139. Got a lot of time today.
Yes, we do. And I know we've all been working on a lot of news. Most importantly, today is election day.
It is.
This is the second primary. And
So far, 4 people have voted in the
Well,
last 3 weeks.
I got all the
weeks.
stats
Yeah, I
last
know you
night.
did. So across the state,
Across
from
the
county to county,
Mhm.
border to border, how many more than 5 have voted?
36,734, which is less than 0.07%.
It's less than 1%. It's 3/4%
Yes.
of the registered voters here in North Carolina have
That's
turned
right.
out so far.
You want to know how
What
many?
a waste of money
Money.
for
Yes.
early voting. Now, Your Honor, I make a move that we suspend all of these early elections.
Yes, they predict that this is going to be an extremely low voter
Well,
turnout.
we kind of gathered that from the day one, right?
Well, guess how many in Onslow County have voted?
2,
342.
not far.
Oh, wow.
Not very long.
260 were Republican, 82 were unaffiliated, which is low for that.
Yes, it is.
All right. Let me give you some stats here. Men, 170 males compared to 169 females.
That's
So that
pretty
was
much
about
even.
neck and neck. 3 that were undesignated, they weren't sure what their sex were.
Well, have they been to
That's-
the bathroom lately?
Oh gosh. The average age, once again, was 70 years old. And breaking down by race,
Lord have mercy.
white was 319, African American
Yeah.
9,
Uh,
undesignated 8,
oh,
3 Asian, 2 other, and 1, 2 or more races.
okay.
313 voted by going in and voting at the ballot box. 29 were received by mail.
Okay. Well, I don't think there should be any early voting, especially in runoffs. Runoff races, first of all, should never
Right.
ever be runoffs. Never ever should have early voting other than mail-in ballots. If you want to mail it in, that's cool. Got no problem with that because
Right.
you might not be here. I understand that. But as far as having just pay a lot of people way too many tax dollars, how much in Onslow County alone did this set us back? Do we have the figures yet for
No,
early
we
voting?
do not. No, we do not. Hopefully soon.
Jason, if you're out there, I'll let you know how much it costs. Give us a call.
Yeah. And I'm sure that this has not been a party for them because they've had
Oh,
to
no,
deal
they
with
don't want
this
to deal with it.
you know, and it's a lot for them to keep up with.
We got something called a return on the investment that we need to pay attention to. Businesses pay attention to the ROI. I think the county should pay attention to the ROI. Everybody should be paying attention to the return on the investment. There is no return on the investment this time around.
Well, this is going to be up to our legislators to change
Well,
this and work on this. And
Senators?
I heard that they are. So.
Senator, we need to talk.
Yeah. Now on the ballot that we'll all be voting for today, we have two gentlemen running for NC Lieutenant Governor. One is Hal
Rerunning, you mean?
Weatherman, who's been on the show and called in numerous
You're
times.
talking about rerunning.
Rerunning, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. He served as the chief of staff for the former North Carolina Lieutenant Governor Dan Force and former aide to United States Representative Sue Myrick.
Uh-huh.
Jim O'Neill is running, and he is the Forsyth County District Attorney. And he was the Republican nominee for Attorney General in 2020, but he lost, of course, to Stein. All right, so the winner of this second primary will face Democrat Rachel Hunt, who is a current state senator and daughter of former Governor Jim Hunt. And then Libertarian Dee Watson will also be on the ballot in November. And for North Carolina Auditor, you have Jack Clark, who is a certified public accountant and budget policy assistant for the General Assembly.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Jack Buliak, who is an attorney, and he sits on the UNC Chapel Hill Board of Trustees. And the winner of this race will face incumbent Jessica Holmes, a Democrat who was appointed by Governor Cooper to fill the seat of Beth Woods, who resigned.
Kicked out, basically.
And she was charged with using her state vehicle for personal
To go get a
reasons
haircut.
and a hit and run. And
yeah.
I don't think she was ever actually charged with the DWI because, of course, this came after the fact. But, and then the only additional runoffs on the ballots are in states to the west of us, the
Counties,
6th
yep.
district and the 13th district, where they have congressional races.
We don't have a dog in those
No,
races.
you don't have to do a thing. But, please get out and vote, because especially your lieutenant governor is a very important seat.
Oh, yeah.
And you're voting for lieutenant governor, vote for the state auditor too.
There you go.
Very important seat, because, you know, in past history, it has shown that the lieutenant governor does a lot of work in the absence of the governor.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's an important position. It's like vice president. Well, I wouldn't compare those two now. Forget that.
No.
I'm going to take that back.
Jacksonville police arrested a man yesterday in connection with the shooting death of a teenager here in Jacksonville on Sunday. Jonathan Lee Mills Jr., he's from Hubert, was arrested yesterday morning in connection with the murder of 19-year-old Terrence Grant of Maysville. The shooting happened about 1:30 Sunday afternoon at the Windsor Place Apartments on Western Boulevard. The case is still under investigation. Until details from authorities or witnesses are available, we will continue to refrain from speculation. As somebody tried to do on our Facebook page last night until I said,
I saw that.
No, I didn't see that.
better that than to have to apologize for jumping the gun in an area
Mhm.
where we don't know nearly as much as the cops, but apparently only a minuscule amount as the socialist media trolls who continue to track their dirty footprints across our clean carpet. Not going to go there, not
You-
going to allow it.
I deleted and banned some spam that was on our page the other day. If anybody saw it, I apologize. But it's where somebody would say, "Oh, that's so sad, prayers to the family," and then they
Yeah,
would say,
Saw
"Click
that.
on this video here." Don't be clicking on those.
I got
things.
rid of one of those yesterday
Yes.
as well.
I'm just like, these people, they're all over.
Okay, this investigation is far from over, folks. It's just beginning, so hold your speculation based on internet and personal BS until we get the full story. Police are asking for anyone having any real information to please contact Detective Wenderhoff at 910-938-5034. Or you can call Crime Stoppers at 910-938. Let's see, make sure I got that one. Yep, 938-3273.
All righty then.
Okay, I've got a caller. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, Tim.
Hey,
Mr.
Tim.
Donkey Man.
Hee haw, hee haw.
I called to give Kelly some good and bad news.
Let's hear it. Go ahead.
You got a sheet, baby. You got a sheet.
Yay!
Gas station.
Okay.
You just had to go to Hampstead to visit.
That's okay. I'm already planning a road trip with Lee. We've already talked about it.
Oh, yeah, we have. And we've also got a Wawa coming.
I don't care about a Wawa.
But they're
Yeah,
good.
yeah. No, Wawa ain't. It's all right. But
No.
Yeah.
Sheets.
Yeah. They got the parking lot all fixed up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But, yeah, I went by there. Just went by there. It's on the northbound side of 17 on the north end of Hampstead.
Yeah, I saw that last
So-
week.
So you got to go through Hampstead to get to Old Sheets, right?
No, I got to go
It's-
before I
it's-
get to Hempstead, right?
So on the north
You
side?
got to get right in the beginning of Hampstead.
Yes.
Okay.
North end of Hampstead.
Yes.
And for those listeners that don't know what I'm talking about, if you have never had Sheets hot chocolate and it's made with ice cream,
You never
Y'all-
brought me any.
I'm going to bring you some.
Why do I
later.
want hot
You will
chocolate
be
that's made with
converted.
ice cream?
Oh, no.
Well, I'll be
This-
going up there Thursday. If there
Lee
was
will tell
ready,
you, it is the most
Oh, it's
amazing
good.
concoction you'll ever drink in
very
your life.
creamy.
Yeah.
It's cold?
It's
So
hot.
it's cold hot
No,
chocolate,
it's
but you
hot
put
chocolate.
ice
It's
cream in
scalding
it?
hot chocolate. It's made. The base is made with ice cream, vanilla ice cream.
What's the ice cream made with?
Vanilla ice cream. I don't
What-
know.
what-
Milk
What do you
from a
make vanilla
cow.
ice cream with?
So why don't you just cut the
Oh.
chase and go straight to the
No.
cow?
Sugar and
No.
vanilla flavor.
No,
It's not the same to take white milk
Tim,
and put chocolate in it.
based on your estimate, Tim. When do you expect this place looks like it'll be open?
I'm gonna say within the month. I mean, the
Yes.
parking lot's
Okay.
finished. I don't see anything inside of it. Didn't see anybody working this morning. The lights ain't on. So
That's
Okay.
my daughter.
I would give it within a month.
Okay.
See if
But I
they've got
just went
everything.
through there. I'm on the way to Fort Macon this morning. I just went through there and I said, I got to call.
I-
Well, wait a minute.
I appreciate
Well,
that.
hold. You went through Hampstead to get to Fort Macon?
I'm going to Fort. Yeah, I'm on my way to Fort Macon. Yeah, I'm coming from Wilmington.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I was thinking you're coming from your
Yeah.
home here in Onslow County, going to Hampstead.
I hope
to-
not.
to go to
It's
Fort
just like
Macon.
that room. It's like that rumor somebody put on Facebook. Oh, they're putting the train through Richlands. They're putting the train through Richlands. I mean, they're all hyped up about it. And I got on the page and I said, that's not going to happen because they are going to run a new rail from Raleigh to Wilmington. This is where, and I don't know if it's Amtrak or what, but I put on it. There's an old road bed
Yep.
out there outside of Wallace, Rose Hill, and all that other stuff that they took the tracks up a long time ago. But the railroad still owns it, and they'll put that down there.
So what did they
and
do with the
use tracks
tracks?
through Wallace.
Where are those
Oh,
old
they took
rails?
them up.
What did they do with them?
I don't know. They probably did what we had to do with them, what we do with ours.
Uh-huh. Well,
But
a
yeah,
shame.
now it's a new rail system, another rail system coming from Raleigh to Wilmington. Eventually,
uh-huh.
it's on hold right now, but it's but there. People got, it's coming through Richmond. No, it's not. Look at the map. They are not going all the way
Don't let
due
facts.
east to go due south.
You know, Timmy, don't not let facts get in the way of a good story.
Yeah, I know. It's just things I've ever seen. People come up with, I swear, and believe it. That's what the bad part. They believe it.
Oh yeah, sure.
Right. Just
Well, that
like
would be good,
Richlands
though.
is Richlands is growing. I
It
mean,
is.
it's really, really growing. They just put up a new red light. It's right in front of the school, and they're building 2 more places. And what is it? Well, one of them's a Starbucks, and one of them's going to be a car wash. Well, I thought KFC was coming. Don't know. All I tell you is what I do know.
Wow, you
This van is wanting to die right here, pulling out in front of me like this.
Oh
But
my!
okay.
Oh, I run into a bunch of.
Well,
I
that's
don't
what I
run into
wanted
them.
to tell you. I know it's well, I'm out of Hampstead, but it's they're crazy. That's where they pull right across, and I got a 7,000-pound pump on the back of this dually,
Wow.
and they just love it. It just makes my day. Lights are on, everything's fast. They could care less.
Yeah, well,
But no, I'm not going to rant and rave about traffic today. But Ken, I didn't want to give you. It's getting closer, Sue. So
Yay.
it's getting there.
Well, I'm excited. Thank you for that.
are they going to have one of the
We're
pumps
good.
dedicated and call it the Kelly pump?
They need to. Just find me a parking spot. I just
we
want
need
one.
to do that.
Yeah, just put me a parking spot out there to
Yeah.
come get my hot chocolate. Mm-hmm.
And to me, it don't look as big as a lot of the sheet stores, but
Uh-oh.
it's
I don't
still
care.
nice.
As long as it's got the little kitchen part where I can get my hot chocolate made, I don't care.
Oh, they're not going to have that there.
It should be.
There's just not
Maybe
sheets
so.
without it. That's what they're known for. Their food.
I thought they were known for gas.
No, that's just secondary.
No,
Oh,
Yeah,
that just gets you.
yeah,
That just pulls you in there.
yeah.
Yeah,
You go in there and
no,
get some
People
food.
go.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people that are sheet fanatics, just like Kelly.
yeah.
I mean, they will go out of their way to get to a sheet.
I will.
Kelly
there's
drives
one
to
in-
Greensboro
there's one in-
every month just to go get
Yeah,
go
well,
to Sheets and
I
come
got
home.
Eden. That's one right. Look,
July
my
9th.
my hometown population, what 28,000 has a Sheets. How do they get one and we don't have one? Come on now. I don't
they wanted
understand.
it.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. What happened with Krispy Kreme?
Yeah,
They tried for years and years and years to get a Krispy Kreme in here. Oh, you don't have enough population. Don't have enough population.
right.
But when they finally incorporated Camp Lejeune as Jacksonville, oh, now you got population.
Yeah.
Put one in.
Same number of people,
I know. It's like ridiculous. Yeah.
except on paper.
Right.
I mean, but at least I'll drive to Hampstead. I've been driving to Greenville to get this.
Why don't
okay?
you just learn how to
Hampstead's
make it
closer.
yourself?
It's not the same. It's made with love there. It's just made with
But
love.
you don't have any love?
No, apparently not. I can't do it like
One
that.
of the best sheets I've ever been to. There's two. There's one in Beaver, West Virginia, that is humongous, and there's one right there on I-40 in Raleigh at exit 290.
I know where that is. I've been there.
On West Mountain. Oh yeah.
Yep.
I'd
Mm-hmm.
love to go to that.
All right.
When
I
I
just,
get off of here, y'all got to take me. Y'all behave, be
Nope.
good.
We'll
Be
try.
safe driving.
Raindrop.
Yeah.
I will.
Okay.
Y'all be good.
All right. Bye.
according to the website, July 9th.
Okay, Jill. All right. Road trip it, Lee. Put it on the
Yes,
calendar.
we'll put it
July
on the
9th.
calendar.
Less than 2 months.
And
I'm
I'll
putting
bring
it on my
record back
Google.
one.
I think they probably got a hurricane brewing about that time, so you won't even be able to
They
get
said they've already filled up the gas tanks. And I was just looking, what is Sheets most famous for?
The food.
It's competitive gas prices.
That's true too, but I don't care about the gas.
And they said, guess who is their biggest competitor?
Probably Wawa.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love this competition.
Oh, Lord of mercy. Okay, so
I'm gonna bring you
isn't
some.
that the place that used to have a sign out front that says "Eat here and get gas"?
No,
Raver.
that's terrible. Y'all make him stop his jokes. Somebody
The
please.
severe weather tip today, courtesy of John Stars Electric. If you're from around these parts, you
gosh.
know that our weather can change. It can change faster than you can scream change. One thing that the locals know is that sudden changes in the summer can produce strong winds and lots of rain that can cause flooding, especially in low-lying areas. Great, of course, to have as much advance notice as possible for severe weather changes. And your handy-dandy NOAA weather radio is just the ticket. They're available and they're inexpensive, what I like to call as the best ROI, return on your investment, that you can get. John Stars Electric believes in having the best warning systems you can get. And the team wants to make sure that you're prepared to deal with both short-term and long-term power outages in the case of severe weather. Local power companies are great when it comes to restoring electricity, but they're realistic. And they know that outlying areas may be without power longer than they would like. After severe storms like hurricanes, it's unfortunate, but power to many areas may not be restored for several days, perhaps even a week or longer. That's when it's nice to sit back, relax, and be glad that you had reached out to the John Stars Electric team to handle that, to set up a standby generator system that the team can design for you that will handle your necessities in the case of a power outage. Of course, for those who want the ultimate, as well as essential commercial operations, John Stars can handle anything you need. Time to power up with the Generac generator and John Stars Electric. Wait not a minute longer. As it is with the Boy Scouts, always be prepared. 910-989-1908. When the lights go out, you'll be happy that you took our advice. You're live and local Real Talk. Don't go far. We'll be right back with the weather.
7.1.
Is your phone plan messing with your savings plan? Don't get stuck paying for things you don't want. With Verizon, you only pay for what you need. And for a limited time, when you bring your own phones to a Verizon store, you'll get an amazing price on your plan. Plus, you'll save on things you actually love, like the Netflix and Max with Ads bundle. And it's on our award-winning 5G network. Bring your phones to your Verizon store today for an incredible deal. A better plan to save is Verizon. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Discover, this is Daniela.
Hi, it's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to thank you for making me feel so special. I earned cash back on debit for my dinner party groceries.
That's great. But with Discover Cashback Debit, we give everyone cash back on everyday purchases. Anything else I can help you with?
Do you like asparagus and mushroom sorbet? I've got leftovers.
Introducing Discover Cashback Debit, a checking account with cash back. It pays to Discover. Eligibility in terms of discover.com/cashback debit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible. And it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
Chico's Tires. 2320 Wilmington Highway is Jacksonville's oldest tire company, and now Jacksonville's newest tire company is Little Chico's, located at 1675 North Marine Boulevard. Little Chico's carries all the major brands and all sizes, such as Michelin, Goodyear, BF Goodrich, Bridgestone, and many others, and all new tires have warranty. In addition to a great selection of new tires, Little Chico's has used tires starting at only $30. In addition to new and used tires, Little Chico's does brake service, minor auto and truck repair, and towing. So if you need tires, new or used, brake service, minor auto or truck repair, or if you need a tow, visit Jacksonville's newest tire store, Little Chico's, 1675 North Marine Boulevard. By phone 910-333-0473 for Little Chico's Tire Service, located at 1675 North Marine Boulevard, right here in Jacksonville.
This just in, I think there's been a prison break, and reports are saying it's the Scorcher. Yes, the Scorcher has escaped and is running rampant across Comfortville. Apparently, he's targeting innocent air conditioning units. Yes, and wait a second. It seems that reports are flooding in of unfortunate citizens feeling uncomfortable, hot, and in extreme cases, I hesitate to say this on the air, people are even sweating. Wait a minute, we're now getting word there seems to be some sort of disturbance. Bryant Man is on the scene, and he has apprehended the Scorcher. All right. Tune in again for another tale of Bryant Man, always doing whatever it takes.
Call Down East Heating and Air Conditioning at 346-4311 and let them keep you comfortable this summer. Down East Heating and Air, serving our community for over 25 years. Down East can also help you with your home guttering needs. Call Down East today, 346-4311. The Cub Cadet Ultimate Sales Event is here. Now through May 18th, save on select Cub Cadet lawnmowers, including both gas and battery-powered zero-turns and lawn tractors. The Cub Cadet Ultimate Series, which includes both lap bar and steering wheel models with heavy-duty mowing decks available in a variety of sizes designed to deliver a premium cut. And Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series lawn tractors were engineered for strength, comfort, and versatility. Don't wait. The Ultimate Sales Event ends May 18th. Head to Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and excellent service. Offer valid 4/14/24 through 5/18/24. Participating Cub Cadet dealers and online at cubcadet.com. Prices may vary by retailer. May not be combined with any other discount or offer. Does not apply to prior purchases. Other restrictions apply. Void where prohibited.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Our marine weather forecast brought to you by Community Prevention Services of Jacksonville. Neither you nor I can look at ourselves in the morning and say, hey, self, it's about time to reach out for some help. But what you ask, what kind of help do I need? Most of us know that if we have obvious pains in our feet, legs, or backs, that we can reach out to our medical providers. If it's a minor ailment, they might be able to handle it in the office. Sometimes with more severe issues, they'll likely forward you to a specialist, someone who deals with the issues you have. In many cases, for minor to even severe pain resulting from PTSD, nagging, never-ending pains that have manifested from long-term or short-term exposure to stress, stuff that many of us have never even knew existed. Believe me, the older you get, without coming to terms with those pains that you may or may not know actually feel what they feel like, the worse you will feel. Take care of it now. Call the fine counselors at Community Prevention Services at 910-353-0972. They're conveniently located at 918 Henderson Drive, and they accept most insurance plans. Offshore today, small craft advisory in effect from this morning through tomorrow evening. Southeasterly winds 15 to 20 knots, becoming southerly 20 to 25 this afternoon. Gust up to 30, seas 4 to 6 feet, building to 5 to 8 this afternoon. 5-foot waves from the south, 6 seconds apart. Not good. Mixing with waves from the east every 9 seconds. Pretty much a washing machine out there. Sounds and rivers are choppy, becoming rough this afternoon. Southwesterly winds tomorrow, 15 to 20, gust to 25, seas 5 to 7, sounds and rivers choppy. Thursday, northerly winds around 10 knots, seas 3 to 4, wave to tail on Thursday, 4-footers from the south every 7 seconds, and meeting up with northerly waves about 1 foot at 3 seconds apart. Adjacent sounds and rivers, a light chop.
Wow.
You got some more weather.
I do. Showers mainly up to 11 a.m., high of 73. Southeast winds 6 to 13 miles an hour with gusts as high as 22 miles an hour. I love how they say chance of precipitation 100%.
I mean,
There's
it's gonna
some
rain,
chance. It's just going to happen. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms mainly before 10. Then there's the chance word again after 10 p.m. Low of 67 with once again 80% chance. That means it's going to.
Just going to call it a
Anything
damn
after,
good chance.
Yeah, they just say it's going to happen. Tomorrow, though, partly sunny, high of 83 with light southwest winds 5 to 9 in the morning. And there could be some gusts in between that. Tomorrow night, showers likely between 8 and 2 a.m., cloudy, low of 61. But on Thursday, partly sunny, a high of 82. Not bad.
No.
I mean, we need rain, I guess.
We do. My garden needs it.
Yeah,
It saves me
mine-
water
mine- yeah,
if it
same.
rains a little bit.
Yeah.
I hope I have enough time to go out and put some stuff down on my lawn before it starts.
Well,
you're not going to melt.
Well, according to this, yes, but according
I
to my
may.
phone, no. So it's hard.
You don't know.
Is there any place where you really feel 100% safe?
No.
How about 50% safe?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a strange one for the books.
Okay.
A large billboard collapsed onto a group of pedestrians in India yesterday, killing at least 14, injuring 74 others.
How big is this billboard that kills 14 people?
It was big.
I mean, how?
It's 100 feet tall.
Okay.
Fell into a gas station in the western city of Mumbai
What in the world?
last night. At least 47 people rescued late into the night. They were looking for others. The collapse took place during a thunderstorm, which included heavy rain and high winds. Officials there in Mumbai blamed the turbulent weather for the deadly collapse. Police are investigating the collapse and say the billboard may have been illegally installed.
You think?
India often experiences heavy rain and severe floods, especially during its monsoon season that typically stretches from June to September. Okay, June to September.
Kind of like our hurricane season.
Let me point out,
Yeah.
this ain't June yet.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Yeah.
They got still
What's happening?
2
Yes.
weeks to go.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's just starting early, getting warmed up
Yeah.
for the season.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well,
what y'all got?
I got one, and
Good.
this is just like a stupid story. This is one of those when where people get sue happy. So
Okay.
some man is suing Delta Airlines for $1 million. You want to guess why? I'll give you the
They
guess.
didn't give him a real fork.
No, but that is actually a good one, but no. So this guy broke his rib, or he's claiming he did, when he leaned on his armrest and it collapsed. And it caused him to fall into the aisle.
Oh my gosh.
So he is suing Delta for
How
$1 million.
big is this man?
It doesn't say. He was in an aisle seat and was buckling his seatbelt for departure when he leaned on the armrest. He and the armrest fell to the floor. That's what
Which
he's
fell
saying.
first?
Don't know. They said two
Entire-
repairmen were called in but could not fix the armrest, so the plane took off without it working. Does not confirm whether
Uh-oh.
he was on it or not.
Stop.
But some people are saying that, in the comments, this story are just amazing.
sure.
Everyone agrees
I
that
love
this
the
guy is
comments.
just so happy. I read these articles half the time for the comments.
Oh, I do too. The comments are better than the story.
Because apparently he was citing the so there's some kind of called the Montreal Convention, and it protects airline passengers on board. But according to this document, it says your maximum you can sue for is $170,000. He's citing that in his document, but he's suing for $1 million because he fell into the aisle and supposedly broke his rib.
Okay.
I mean,
There goes
yeah,
Eve. Not going to have an Eve again.
I know, right? Like it's just. I
His
think
name
that's
wasn't Adam, was
excessive.
it?
No, his name was not Adam. No, his
Just
name
checking.
was Joseph.
He's married to Heidi.
Joseph.
Yeah, his name is Joseph. Yeah.
Okay. That's just further down the line.
Well, last week we had Coast Guard Auxiliary, or it was a week before, in here talking about boating and safety.
Yes.
The story in Florida that happened over the weekend just breaks my heart. Investigators are still trying to find the boat responsible after a 15-year-old girl died in a water skiing incident over the weekend off of Key Biscayne. A boater allegedly ran off after hitting her. Officials say that she was being towed. She wasn't actively skiing at the time, but she was being towed by the boat and had, on
What's the
her
difference?
ski. She's on her ski and they're towing.
Then how
They're
is that
pulling
not
her.
skiing? But okay.
But she fell off the ski and a boat ran over her. It was a hit and run, took off. Can you imagine?
I can. Because there's probably a little bit of alcohol involved.
It says a lot of it falls on the driver of the vessel who is actually water skiing to keep an accurate lookout. You are generally required to have someone on the back end keeping an eye on the water skier themselves, and you are generally going to do it in areas that generally say where it's generally safe to do something like this. And this is what the wildlife officer said. And he believes that it did not happen in a no wake zone. But how does this boater not? He must have come kind of close to the other boat to run over her. Did he not realize, or she realize?
If you're doing it perpendicular, crossing the wake of
Right.
the other boat, you just did not see, did not pay attention. Your eyes were somewhere else. It's kind of hard to miss the other boat, but I guess you could just didn't see the kid, the young person on the skis. I don't know. Keep an eye out. Slow down.
So the boat in question was last seen heading westbound from Nixon Beach and was described to have a light blue center console with possibly blue or dark blue bottom paint with three or four white outboard engines.
They were zipping.
Yes.
How do you, what kind of conscience do you not have to not,
Well,
you hit somebody.
you
Come
know
on.
what? Well, he was crossing the wave at the time. The boat was crossing the wake at the time, and the skier was actually down in the water. I can almost understand the boater not seeing her.
Down.
But if you're approaching another boat and you're coming that close enough, you should be able to slow down
You better
to
be slowing down.
go way around or something. That's tragic. It's going to
terrible.
be interesting to see what comes
Yeah.
out of this story.
Okay, the bridge up there in Baltimore.
Yeah, I
What's the
watched
status now?
it.
Part of it.
The status, yeah,
they
they
took part of it
put
down.
explosives
Yeah.
all over. You can see the section that they did it. They put it in strategic places. And this is the part that was actually on the bow of the ship. And right at 5:01.29, boo, it blew up, and all you saw was the explosion, that big plume of smoke, and that whole big section dropped off the boat. And I think the next 2 days are going to try to clean up a lot of the concrete that's on the bow of the boat and some of the metal left from the trusses, and they're going to move it.
So-
but I'm going to tell you what, that damage on that boat looks a lot worse now that you can see it better.
Well, it hit kind of hard.
Yeah, it did.
Hit hard enough to knock that bridge down.
But right now on the bow of the ship, I got some boat ship, it's got like a 4 to 10 foot section of the roadway still laying on
Oh,
the
really?
side of it. Yes. And that's all concrete and metal. So they've got to try to clean that off. So next couple of days, they're going to try to push it back. And
What are they
see what
doing with the
happens.
debris? Are they taking it off and going somewhere with it?
Yeah, they take it and they got what they call this big grabber, and it
Mhm.
reaches down and grabs it and put it on barges. And then
Okay.
the barges are taking it to Sparrow Point, which is right up
To
there.
do what?
For recycling.
Hmm.
The concrete, I don't know what they do with that. I don't know, but right now the boat is stuck in a bunch of mud because it was low area and it's very muddy and murky there. The divers can't see beyond 10 inches when they go into the waters, but it was. I waited all day for that. I kept checking my watch, and sure enough,
It went off on schedule.
Yeah, it was 5:01.29.
Who would have set the explosive to go off at 5:01?
Well, I think.
Why not 5 o'clock?
Well, it was supposed to be 5 o'clock, and I don't know if they do it
So they were like-
remotely or what the deal is. But you could see. I mean, you're sitting there in anticipation, just waiting, and all the comments are like, "What's going on?" And all of a sudden, you see a little spark, and then you see, boom!
Mhm.
It was pretty cool. I have to say kudos to the way they handled it. There was a whole
How many
bunch
fish
of
were killed during this
No,
episode?
no, let's not talk about the fish.
Oh, well, I mean, if they floated and they're still good,
We pick them up.
Scoop 'em up.
Pick them up.
And there was a whole
Literally.
bunch of small boats surrounding that area. Of course, they had to be like 1,000 feet away, and they were all LEO, Coast Guard, and stuff like that. Watched them all converge, sit there, the explosion, then they all took off. So everything must have gone well.
oh, good. Nobody else hurt.
No.
Have they ever recovered the body of the
Yes,
six man?
they did. They
Okay,
did
I
last
haven't
week.
heard.
Yes, they did. So everyone has been recovered.
Okay,
and
910-333-0139. Where are y'all?
quiet. They're
Anybody out
sleeping
there?
in. It's a rainy morning.
It's not raining yet, is it?
Better get up, get your shoes on, and go vote.
Yeah, absolutely. Otherwise, you're wasting more money.
Your voice matters. That's right. We've got to do something to make up for this money that's being spent.
910-333-0139. You're live and local real talk. Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. Do you think, let's do an unofficial poll here. Do you think we should just do away with early voting for anything other than the main elections, like the primary? Forget the runoffs, but the primary perhaps, and the main event. Do you think we should just get rid of early voting?
I think we ought to get rid of it altogether, or at least for the big primary and the main election, make it 1 week only.
There you go.
Yeah.
1 week at the
I wanna
most.
hear
At
from
the
you.
most.
What do
Yeah,
y'all
I'd say
think?
3 days.
910-333-0139. You're live and local real talk. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Hey y'all, how's everyone doing? Which is a greeting you'll get walking into the Richlands Piggly Wiggly. Not only will you be greeted with a smile, you'll walk into the best deals on groceries, where you can get a pound of strawberries for only $2.99 and a pint of sweet blueberries for just $3.99. You can also get fresh whole chicken from Springer Mountain Farms at $1.59 a pound. The deals just get better and better, and we'll even take your groceries out for you. Don't know what you want for dinner? Well, make a stop at our diner any day of the week for takeout or dine in and stay a while. Or come in and have breakfast with us starting at 5:30 and chat with the locals. Make sure to try out our famous Merle Bowl. And don't forget about our fast and friendly in-store pharmacy. Come see us at the Richlands Piggly Wiggly. And to all Jacksonville folks, the drive is never too far for these deals. Let's get piggy with it, y'all.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro.
When it comes to paint and paint supplies, whether a contractor or homeowner, since 1957, people have depended on Jacksonville's premier paint store, CNS Paint, for all their painting supplies and accessories, as well as providing expert knowledge and helping with a particular paint project. CNS Paint, with locations in Jacksonville at 6 Doris Avenue, 504 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point, and 105 Wayne Drive, Morgan City. CNS Paint is close and convenient to cover the Crystal Coast with quality PPG paint for any project, residential or commercial. Color is often the first impression of a home or community. PPG's team of designers, experienced in both new home construction and residential repaint, have compiled over 2,000 color schemes to provide you with a selection that appeals to homeowners. A beautiful and lasting paint job starts with quality PPG paint. For more information, phone 910-455-0210 or visit CNS Paint, 6 Stars Avenue, Jacksonville, 504 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point, or 105 Wayne Drive in Morgan City, or online, cspaintcenter.com. CNS Paint, Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want it painted, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay. All right, maybe we got to call her back. Let's see. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you. I think that they should do just one primary for that week and not mix it all up. I think that's a little much for everybody.
What do you mean by one primary? I got a little confused. I'm a little slow this morning.
Do the major primary during that week that you had said, like on the radio.
The one day.
Not mix it. I'm sorry?
Just one day to vote? No early voting?
No, she's saying just have it for 1 week instead of 2.
Oh, for 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would save some money.
Yeah.
That would be a definite improvement. But, even
say
for
make it a day.
346 people in Onslow County voted early voting, and that included the write-ins.
I'd say 6 days, 1 week.
That's still too much.
Well, it's what it gives everybody the opportunity. But like we were discussing during commercial, there's so many other ways to vote. You can request a ballot mailed to your house, vote, mail it back.
Yep.
Without even leaving your kitchen.
Or you can go in early to the voting poll and just vote.
That's right.
Well, that's my point. Let's go in there at 5:30 in the morning. Let them open them early.
Right.
1 hour early on the day of voting. 5:30 in the morning.
And then you stay till like 8 at night.
No, don't even need to stay till 8.
I'm not getting up at 5:30. No.
You
No,
get up at
no.
5:30 already.
Yeah, that's true. I do. But
Well, a lot of people are early birds. They catch the worms.
yeah, I'm
you
an
go.
early bird, but I have
Yeah.
to brush my hair and go.
I've never had any worms. I don't know why. Do you eat those things or what?
People do. People actually do.
Really?
I have a client that does. It's very creepy.
Oh, no wonder he's a client.
Yeah.
You better stop. One of our listeners said you were being ornery today.
He is.
Who said that?
But I agree. And we've got, as taxpayers, we all need to wonder what the cost is for these 2 weeks of early voting to Onslow County that only 300 people roughly have came and voted for.
Yeah.
I bet it's, I don't know, 20,000. I don't know. You got to pay salary, electricity.
We have got.
There's
to
a lot of
yeah.
stuff. Yeah. We need to demand to know.
Well,
I mean, and it's not the Board of Elections issue. This is a North Carolina issue.
Yeah,
This is
North
not.
Carolina State.
So I want to
Board of
make that clear
Elections.
to the state, to people. Don't go call up Jason and his staff because they're just doing what they're told they have to do.
That's right.
Yeah. I agree. I still think a week's too much.
I tend to agree with that.
Yeah.
Have it on a Saturday. One Saturday.
Wow. No, that would be too much.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe 3 days, Thursday, Friday,
Okay,
Saturday.
3 days would work. I could
Yeah.
deal with 3. That's still a lot in my opinion, but
All right. Well, have you voted yet? Did you vote?
I voted early.
Okay.
I did.
No good.
I did go in and vote early.
Good.
then you're
Thank
one of the
you.
300.
Which means that I'm not
Yes.
going to vote in November. I'm and still vote. I've been voting since I turned, I think 18 of age or something. I only missed one time of voting. That's because I was working, but I voted all of my life.
Nice.
Well,
That's good.
I've put it off
That's how
until
you
the
do it.
last day, just as a matter of that my principle. But a couple of years ago, I had to change that because I was in the hospital.
You
that
missed the
day,
election,
and
yeah.
I missed the whole daggum election.
Yeah, your whole attitude about that
It
changed
did.
after that
So,
happened.
Anyway, but particularly for a runoff, oh come on, give me a break.
Yeah, I just think it's too much.
Yeah, if I can't be there, I will request absentee ballot
Yes.
and mail a sucker in.
Yep. Right.
It's cheaper than the gas to go drive over there anyway.
Heck yeah, it costs you what, 60 cents? I think it is. I don't know what it is.
It's gone way up.
Well,
Hey, appreciate the
thank
call.
you,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
You
Bye-bye.
do the same. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And
We have Doug.
Doug, which Doug?
Wow.
Dougie, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm calling for two particular reasons. One is, it's Kelly's birthday tomorrow.
Yes.
No kidding.
Yeah.
She's told us every day on the hour, every
That's okay.
hour.
Thank you for remembering that, Doug. I knew
do
you knew
remember
it. Yeah.
75, right?
Uh-huh. Yep. And counting. Yep.
The real, but in respect to her birthday, the main reason I'm calling was to tell her how wrong I think she is.
Go
Kelly,
for
do you
it.
have access to social media at the moment?
Yes.
I just sent you a message. If you could look at it.
Okay.
If you talk about frivolous lawsuits, the kind of poster child of frivolous lawsuits is probably the infamous case out of New Mexico.
Oh my God.
where,
You are killing me right now. What
Oh,
in
you
the
see it?
world is that?
What? Come on, share it with
I
us.
can't. Doug, what is this?
Okay, what Kelly is looking at is a woman's inner thighs that are horribly burned and scorched.
Or what?
What?
How did that even happen?
Well, that's a great question, but define it. What you're looking at looks like it would be very painful and hurt, right?
Yes, it hurts me to look at it. Yeah.
it hurts
Yeah,
me.
It's going to require skin grafts and stuff like that. What you are looking at, Kelly, is the lap of the victim of the woman who famously sued McDonald's because they served coffee that was too hot.
Uh-huh.
Become the grandfather of frivolous lawsuits.
I agree. But yes.
And in this particular case, the woman ordered, this was in the early 90s, she ordered a coffee from McDonald's. She put the coffee in between her two thighs, drove off, and the coffee spilled. And as Kelly can attest right now, it's bad. Now, this case is
It's
been
terrible.
used as kind of humor. Who can sue McDonald's? It's coffee. You expect it to be hot. In discovery, it turned out that there 700 other times McDonald's had been approached by people saying, "We burned ourselves off of your coffee." So they had been warned. They knew this was out here. This woman here ended up getting $2.7 million because of the temperature of the coffee. I don't think, if you look at what Kelly's looking at right now, I don't think it is frivolous. And in the case that you were talking about earlier, the story you're telling, we just jumped to the conclusion that somebody's trying to get a bunch of money from a corporation, in this case Delta Airlines. I can see it. If you sit down and you think this chair, and all of us on an airplane should think the armrest is in working condition, if you think this armrest is capable of holding up your weight and it's not, I can see where someone could fall and get injured. If his story is truthful, yeah, then I think Delta Airlines needs to pay this guy money.
Yeah,
I would say his medical bills.
I can go along with that one
Right.
more than I can to do the McDonald's. I order coffee at McDonald's unless you're ordering iced coffee.
You expect it to be hot.
I mean, my mother, rest her soul, every time she would go anywhere, she said, "Now I want my coffee hot. I don't want it lukewarm."
Yeah, nobody likes lukewarm drinks like that that are supposed to be
And
hot.
I can just imagine somebody getting something that's okay. It's warm coffee, but not hot coffee. Nobody ever orders warm coffee, do they? They order iced coffee. I'll give you that, but they order hot coffee.
In the case in New Mexico, the coffee situation, they were serving coffee at 190 degrees Fahrenheit,
Yeah.
which was, I think, 70 to 80 degrees above what the U.S. regulations stipulate.
I
And what
don't have a clue.
McDonald's said in discovery was, it's meant for you to drive and then sip it a few miles after you've left the parking lot. This woman went to sip it, as she's driving
The
away.
lid fell off.
And look at it. Have you seen the photo, right?
Yeah, I just showed it
This
to
is a
him.
mess.
Yeah.
This is a mess. This woman was burned. Had it been served at normal, regulated temperatures, she would not have looked like that.
Okay.
And it went to a jury. She was awarded. This is 20 plus years ago,
Yeah.
30 years ago. She was awarded her money, and this has become the, this is what frivolous law. I think this woman had a claim, and obviously,
Well, she obviously had a claim. But again, at what point in time are we not held responsible to do things the right way? First of all, I ain't going to put a cup of hot coffee between my thighs, all right?
Correct. Same.
Done. I'm just not going to do it. It's too much option for spillage, regardless of whether it's hot, cold, or otherwise. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not happy getting a soft drink spilled in my lap, okay? Because, you look kind of stupid when you get out of your car.
Yeah.
Right?
That happens.
It is. And it's
It has
uncomfortable.
happened.
And it's uncomfortable.
Yes, it is.
So at some point in time, I bear some responsibility to be responsible. Don't you?
Yes.
Sure, there's always responsibility on the individual, but when there is a purchase made, you expect that what you're getting, meets certain safety guidelines. In this case, it's the lap where the coffee spilled.
Mm-hmm.
What would you have said if it was the interior of her mouth?
Well, I would assume that as I do not take a big old gulp of hot chocolate. I don't drink coffee, of hot chocolate until I test it. I don't take a big old spoonful of soup when I cook it until I test it.
Yeah, I don't know. All I can know is that the jury looked at this case and awarded in her favor, and a lot of it had to do with they had received 700 earlier complaints about this, and they did not do anything. Once this went to trial, they suddenly switched their policies right away. And the coffee you get at McDonald's, and I get McDonald's coffee on a regular basis. It's still hot, still delicious, but it's not burn your lap and get skin graft coffee anymore. I like my coffee without skin graft. That's where Doug Walton.
There you go. I got you. I understand that. I don't like my coffee under any conditions.
But Kelly, I sincerely a happy birthday. I don't know if it's a significant number, but I hope you enjoy the day.
It's double nickels.
Oh boy.
Oh, a double nickel.
Yeah. She'll have to slow down to get to that.
Where can I go steal 55 sign? I mean, borrow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So,
anybody has
and
one I
give
can borrow?
Littlefoot some pets for me, please.
Little Fonda, yes, I will.
No, it's not Little
Fonda.
Fonda.
Right in front of me. And absolutely, I will give him some pets.
Yes.
And as always, Biden-Harris 2024. Thank you,
Okay.
guys.
I knew that was
Have a good
coming.
day.
Bye.
I've been waiting for it. You're live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. We'll be right back.
97.1 WSME.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Welcome to Lincoln & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry, the Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
If you're looking for a home, or perhaps you want to sell your house, why would you not pick a realtor that knows Eastern North Carolina? Candy Brown Thompson has lived her entire life in this area and knows the territory like the back of her hand. She's a realtor with Century 21 Champion in Jacksonville and is known as a professional that will do everything possible to find the right home to meet your needs. It matters not whether you're looking for a small starter home or you're ready for a larger home. Candy will stick her neck out and check out homes throughout the eastern part of the state. She's known to look high and low and show you as many houses as you want until you have found the perfect house you can turn into a home. Throughout the process, she'll treat you with grace, kindness, and integrity, and you'll love her sense of humor. For a realtor dedicated to her clients, give Candy Brown Thompson of Century 21 Champion a call at 910-787-5600. That's 910-787-5600.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843.
Vacation season is here. That means fishing and fun. Make sure your car or truck is ready for the road with a visit to Battlefield Automotive, 1214 West Corbin Avenue in Swansboro. If your check engine light is on, you may be looking at an expensive repair bill down the road, complicated by extreme temperatures and an engine that's not prepared to handle it. The pros at Battlefield Automotive can check your battery, starter, and charging system, charge and repair air conditioning systems to keep you cool and tune up your engine. They do everything from oil changes to brakes, and they carry a complete line of accessories. Battlefield Automotive are experts in both domestic and foreign car and truck repair and guarantee all their work using only ASC certified mechanics. So, whether it's a battery, a simple load, tune up, or just getting a ride ready for a getaway, call 910-325-0828. Visit Battlefield Automotive today, 1214 West Corbin Road, in the friendly city by the sea in Swansboro. Again, for Battlefield Automotive, call 910-325-0828.
Okay, we're close here to the. I guess we ran up right against the break here, so
sure did.
we're back here for just a couple of seconds, and we're going to take a break, do a little Fox News, and then when we come back from Fox News, we've got a little bit more to talk about. We got our Blinken.
Yes.
Our Blinken has been blinking.
Oh.
He's out there in Yonderland, and
Yes.
he's blinking again. So we'll talk about that and more. And I still want to know, we had one caller. Where do you think that we should eliminate early voting? Let's take in stages, like just for primaries or runoffs. How about we just eliminate them for any potential runoffs that are out there? Because nobody's going to show up anyway. We know that. So we want to eliminate them for that to begin with, or do we want to go even further and eliminate them for like primaries too? Or do we want to just eliminate them altogether?
I say eliminate them altogether.
I know
That's
you do.
just me.
But you're an
All right, let's make it. Oh, let's modify it. Maybe not eliminate. Modify it.
You're an extreme case. Anyway.
I mean,
no more than a week.
I say I still maintain a week's too much.
I
but
just
hear
went
you.
back and counted 15 days early voting.
Yeah.
15 days
And
of early voting.
per day, that averaged out 15 to 346. Do the math. We'll be
Yes.
right back. You're live and local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME.
WSME, Camp Lejeune. 97.6 CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. Secretary of State Antony Blinken's in Kyiv, Ukraine on an unannounced visit meant to affirm American support in the war against Russia.
The assistance is now on the way. Some of it's already arrived. More of it will be arriving. And that's going to make a real difference against the ongoing Russian aggression.
Congress last month approved $60 billion in new military aid for Ukraine. Former Trump attorney Michael Cohen back on the stand for cross-examination this morning.
Cohen returns the day after his contention to a jury that former President Trump was in on multiple instances of payment to keep people quiet during the 2016 campaign. Cohen said it included coordinating suppression of negative press while bringing out unflattering stories about rivals, true or not.
Fox Colonel Scott in New York. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1.
WSME.
It's live and local. Real talk.
All right, a couple minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome back here again. We're taking a poll here. And maybe just as many people are interested in taking this poll as are interested in voting in this early election, right?
Mm-hmm.
So far, we've got 340 something, including the
342.
write-ins.
Yes.
Not the write-ins, but including those mail-ins.
Right.
So we got that. That's an average of about 23 people per day for the 15 days of voting in the early election. 23 people per day.
Mm-mm.
Wait a minute.
Right.
Just wait a minute. We got more people than that walking through the doors at a Walmart every hour, every 30 minutes, every 15 minutes. More people walk through that are interested in voting in the early election. So, but it is important that you get out there to vote. You didn't vote during the early election. Hopefully, you know where you're supposed to vote. Same place you voted last time, unless you've moved. If you're not early voting. Early voting is different.
Regular election day.
On your regular election day, go to your regular polling place. You ready?
Right.
Now, if you don't know where that is, you can go to voter search under the Onslow County Onslow County Board of Elections. But
I'll
you
put it
look,
on here.
look for the voter search.
Right.
You'll find out your name. You'll find out if you voted last time, how you voted, not how you voted, but what party you voted in, if you're unaffiliated. And then it will tell you where your voting place is. Hopefully you know it.
Right. All right, I'll put it
Got
on
it?
your page
Polls
here.
open. They are open now. They're open until 7:30 this evening. Understand? Anybody been voting today? Give us a call. Let us know what the turnout is, or if there is any turnout.
I think there probably is no turnout.
Well,
I mean, you won't have to wait in line, people. You can just go right before you go to work or go on your lunch break.
For those of you who have voted, did you have to go in and wake anybody up? I mean, were they that tired or bored or whatever? Because I can just see this.
Well, how many workers? I mean, they're
A
paid.
bunch.
These
I'm
are
going to wear a
paid.
hat. Last time they questioned my hair color.
Oh, that's right. They did.
You're a woman.
Which they don't have the right to question your ID.
You're a
As
woman.
long as it's valid.
You're a woman, right?
Right.
You can have hair color changes on a daily basis.
That's what I told them.
I know a lot of people in the past who have done that.
Well, I just look at the face. Come on now.
Well, I will say my driver's license picture is probably not very
But
old.
it's you. I've seen the picture.
Right.
I mean, you know it's you.
It was funny though. I enjoyed it. I was like, okay, test me.
Yeah. Well, I just go and ask for both ballots in the regular primaries. I just want one of each.
You just want to make it difficult, don't you?
Yeah. They always look at me.
Yeah.
I don't
what?
think we
They
can do
thought,
that.
and we're going to have to explain to this man how it works.
Yeah.
And I do appreciate that, even though I'm fairly familiar with how to vote, that there are some that will explain it from beginning to end. I'm like, I know, but thank you. So
Yeah, you use the end of the pencil that has a point on it.
yes.
I'm sure they have to explain
And
that to some
color it
people.
in. And don't go outside the lines. And you go over to this booth. And I'm like, okay, thank you. And there are some that are, they do it in a very nice way. But I'm just like,
They're nice people.
yes, very nice people.
They're very, they're it's got to be a trying situation.
It
for some
is. And,
individuals.
I have never met anyone in any of the polls that have been nothing but nice.
They're always nice.
And
They're
polite.
extremely nice.
Yeah.
I mean, they look at me like I'm a little perplexing, but that's okay. I am.
Like, oh, here it comes.
A
Yes.
Marine was arrested in New Jersey after he is accused of threatening to kill white people in various social media posts. Apparently began planning a mass shooting, according to federal prosecutors. 23-year-old Joshua Cobb of Trenton, New Jersey, was brought into custody on Friday the 10th, charged with transmitting a threat in interstate and foreign commerce after posting statements online bragging about his interest in becoming a serial killer, threatening to cause mayhem on the white community. According to court documents filed in this case, Cobb had compiled detailed information on locations he was considering as possible targets for a mass shooting, including a local gym and an Aldi grocery store in Robbinsville, New Jersey. Police found notes on his cell phone detailing how to smuggle guns into the anti-gun state of New Jersey. U.S. Attorney Philip Selinger announced the arrest yesterday, saying that Cobb joined the Marine Corps in 2023, began basic training in June of that year. He was stationed in California until his recent discharge. Yeah, he got fired from the Marine Corps after this. Cobb posted a social media message on the 17th of December in 2022 saying that he had begun preparing for a major attack. Okay.
So he did
Let
that
me
before
ask
he
you
joined.
this. That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
So he joined the Marine Corps
Last year.
in 2023.
Yeah.
And he posted this on social media in 2022.
Nobody checked it clearly.
Recruiters, you need to do a better job.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to do a better job.
And he has not technically even, well, he's not in now. I mean, he's already out, but he wasn't even in a year yet. This
No.
June will be a year.
Yeah.
I guarantee this was a mental health reason for getting
You're
out.
kidding.
I know, right?
The message included a detailed account of him gathering additional guns and ammunition and planning entry and exit points. He wrote, "The reason I specifically want to target white people is because, as a black male, they will never understand my struggles. Same way I will never understand their struggles, but I don't care to. I want to erase them. All of them,
Ooh.
really, but in this case, as many as I possibly can."
Ooh. Well, it gets better. Keep reading because I'm reading the same.
Cobb
article.
also debated over a date, saying, "I'm going to be sure it's close to an important holiday in their race."
What holiday would that be?
I don't know.
Martin
Pick
Luther
one.
King.
No.
He's talking about, he is saying important holiday to white people.
An important holiday
To
for
their
white people.
race. He said to their race. What holiday?
Do we have a holiday that we celebrate because we're white?
No, I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't think so. Do we? I have no idea.
I don't know.
4th of July, maybe because we are patriotic. I don't know.
don't know.
That
But I
has to
think
do.
that should
That's
be an
being
everybody day.
American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I read that, I read that 4 times, and I'm trying to figure out what.
Wasn't there some type of disparity over Columbus Day at one time? Somebody was trying to have that done away with.
Well, I've never celebrated that, so I mean.
Oh no, it was just
yeah,
a federal
it's a
holiday.
day you
I
got
always
out of
enjoyed
school
it
when I was a kid
because schools were in session and I was home alone.
Well, up in New England, they have
Right.
some special sales and stuff for it.
Yes.
I don't know what he's talking about. And I mean,
Let me see.
It was kind of confusing to me, and I'm like, how many more of these people are there out there walking among us?
think a lot.
Isn't that scary?
And I mean, he openly discussed last year, once again, before he joined the Marine Corps in June.
Yeah.
In April and May of last year, he discussed the rush you'd feel while shooting someone.
How does he know?
I think he's fantasizing is what it sounds like. And then once again, in April and May of last year, he continues the online tirade and he had postponed it to get more ammunition. I mean, it's clearly no one. He idolized other mass shooters.
How did he get the guns and pass a background check? Did he?
I'm betting he bought them while he was in the Marine Corps.
I don't know.
Yeah. And he was wanting, he said, I currently like, not last, but once again, before he joined last year, I currently lack the means necessary to kill as many as I intend to, but one day I will have the available resources, finances to purchase the appropriate weaponry for my killings. He wrote all these in notes in his phone,
Yeah.
and they've read them all. And here's what's and then he wrote last year, my rampage will soon happen. Once all equipment is in, time will tell, you will all die. Here's what's even crazier about this whole thing. He only faces a maximum penalty of 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. So that he's going to have 5 years to sit there and plan, and come out and probably do something.
I don't know.
I just can't believe he.
Maybe he can get some counseling help.
He's going to need extensive counseling.
You can rest assured he won't be able to legally purchase another gun.
Oh, I'm sure about that. Yeah, agreed.
And hopefully they're taking away whatever he's got.
I'm wondering if perhaps somebody in the military, in the barracks or something, heard his. He would have, if he's making these kind of rants on his phone, he would have said it.
I'm sure somebody that knows him
and
probably
somebody, one of his
called the military and
fellow Marines,
Yes.
just
I would
went
hope so.
out and turned him in. Which, I mean, good on him.
Did you know there is a White Day celebration?
No.
Yeah,
Are you
look
serious?
at this. All right. It originated in Japan and is spread to other East Asian nations like China, Taiwan, South Korea. On White Day, people give reciprocal gifts to those who gave them gifts on Valentine's Day.
Okay, but that's not.
But it has nothing to do with race.
Race,
Right.
That's just,
But I'm just telling you, there is a White Day. It's a holiday.
I never heard of that.
Yeah.
We don't live in Japan. I don't think it's celebrated
I've
here.
heard of white sails.
Well, I've heard of a white party where you just go and you wear all white to the party. I don't wear white clothes 'cause I'll have it dirty before I leave my living room. I mean, seriously, I don't wear white clothes because it will be
I
filthy
can
by the
always
time I
tell
leave.
you that
Yeah.
when I'm going to be wearing a white T-shirt or something,
Oh, I'm gonna get it dirty.
it's going to be the day that I fix spaghetti.
Oh, it don't matter.
It just
Yep.
happens. I won't spill it on anything else except when I wear something white.
You know, our T-shirts for the station are white.
Uh-huh.
And how many times have I wore that and got something on it before?
Every time.
Every time. I'm telling you, I don't wear white clothes because I will get it filthy, and it don't
I'm
come
wearing
out.
all white tomorrow in honor of your birthday.
Okay, you go right ahead. Let me tell you who won't be me. Yeah, but I saw this story. This was crazy. Well, here's the other thing. I like actor Steve Buscemi. I've always liked him. I just think he's a great actor. He was a victim of that New York rage. He got punched in the face walking on a New York City street last week. And
Did they know who he was, or just one of those?
no, it
random
was just a
things?
random.
Yes.
They didn't. How could you not recognize him? But and he
I
had to go to the
wouldn't recognize
hospital,
him.
and he had bruising, swelling, and bleeding in his left eye. And the fire department responded, and now his publicist is when they finally put it out there. Police department put out. They didn't name him, but the fire department apparently did. And there have been no arrests, but they're investigating because it's happened quite a bit lately. Just walking down the streets in New York and somebody punches you.
That's when you get the 2 or 3, 4 guys together
Yeah.
and separate yourselves. Don't walk together.
Yeah.
Because that's a deterrent right by
Correct.
itself.
Yeah.
Just have them separated about 5, 6, 8 feet apart,
Yeah.
and then wait for the idiot. That's called baiting. But just wait for the idiot to come up and punch one of it, then all of you
Yeah.
pounce him.
Yeah. Well, another actor
Leave him bleeding in the street.
back in March, actually Steve Buscemi's co-star Michael Stolberg was walking in Central Park on March 31st. He was hit in the back of the neck with a rock, but he chased his attacker down, and they arrested that guy.
Whooped him? Did he whoop him?
I would have beat him down, but yeah. But I mean, that's dangerous to be
It
hit in the
is.
back of the neck with a rock. What if he hit his head? I mean, why? What? And that's right here's why I would not go to New York for a bunch of reasons, but this adds to my list.
It's
of why.
not only New York, it's
Yeah.
happening elsewhere too.
And
I mean,
it's scary. But partly, I think people get away with stuff in New York because they are so lenient on crime.
yeah, that's one of the places.
Yeah. And the criminals know it. And that's the sad thing. The average citizen suffers, the do-gooder, the person that's not into whatever.
Mhm.
And the criminals get to just run free because they know they're not going to be punished for it. It's very sad.
You know, going back to this racial discrimination and stuff like that, I come upon a story yesterday, and this involves Kinston, North Carolina. But the North Carolina Supreme Court is hearing a case alleging racial bias in property condemnation. According to Black residents, Kinston is targeting homes and property that belong to Black individuals or families for condemnations. In Kinston, North Carolina, residents are noticing a pattern with how the city is condemning houses in the town's majority Black neighborhoods. Residents like Joseph Askew Sr., who has amassed several properties over the years, see a clear racial bias in how the city is conducting its business. And according to Askew, instead of fairly assessing homes and properties in the city in need of repair and maintenance, Kinston is targeting homes and property that belong to Black individuals or families. As Capital B News reports, once Askew started to look into how the city picked properties it wanted to condemn, he and other residents began to notice that their list mostly consisted of property in the Black areas of the city.
One question.
And not the white areas.
How did the properties that were condemned compare to properties in other areas, like so-called white neighborhoods? Were there any properties in white neighborhoods that they did not condemn that were
looked as bad as the other
same
ones?
quality as the houses in the Black neighborhood? That is, as
Let
he
me
points
see
out.
what the city said.
Because
The city said, meanwhile, defended its practice in court filings, asserting that despite plaintiffs' repeated speculation that Kinston is trying to snatch property from African American owners, Kinston has never foreclosed to take ownership of a property after Kinston demolished the building.
So they just tore down.
Just tore down the eyesore, basically.
Yes.
It's the best way
Well,
to put
probably
it.
unsafe, just not
Yeah.
eyesore, but unsafe.
But they
building.
never went after the property
They never
itself.
went and took the property.
Right. Well, this has become a huge story, though. I know there were several filings, locally on it there in Lenoir County.
Well, I'd just like to
And
know
it-
if there are any properties in white neighborhoods that they did not go after, did not demolish, that were meeting the same criteria as those in the Black neighborhoods. Because if they got some crappy houses in the white neighborhood and they did not tear them down,
right,
then shame on them.
Yep.
That's just my 2 cents worth. You want a nickel back? Let's take a break, do a little bit of weather. You're live on Local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m., WSME, and we'll be right back.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro can save you money on your automobile insurance with new options that are available now. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you are in good hands, like helping you customize your auto, home, and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own Home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Save more money on your automobile insurance today with Tammy Fry Allstate. Phone 910-326-5383 today. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro.
Onslow County Motor Company asks you to join them in remembering those that gave their all to preserve our most prized possession, our freedom, this Memorial Day, May 27th. If you are looking to purchase a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV without the high pressure, Onslow County Motor Company, 1639 Lejeune Boulevard, may be the dealership for you. At Onslow County Motor Company, they want to help you buy a car, truck, or SUV, not just sell you one. Buying a car, truck, or SUV should be enjoyable, and the folks at Onslow County Motor Company will do their best in making your car buying experience fun and relaxed. Check out their inventory online at ocmc.us or visit them at 1639 Lejeune Boulevard. All vehicles are hand selected and a standard warranty comes with most vehicles, with extended warranties available, and Carfax is free. Stop by and visit Ben, Brandon, Travis, or Terry. They will gladly answer all your questions about a particular model. Financing? Well, Zeke will finance most anybody. Great selection, great people. On County Motor Company, 1639 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, where customers send their friends. Phone 910-355-7066. Onslow County Motor Company asks you to join them in honoring those that made the ultimate sacrifice this Memorial Day, May 27th.
Attention property owners, are you fed up with bad tenants, under market rents, and late payments? At Fountain Management, we provide unrivaled levels of expertise and all the tools and services you need to make owning a rental property easy and profitable. Are you ready to talk about taking the management of your real estate investment to the next level? Well, contact us today. Fountain Management, 910-455-1609. We will make owning your rental property simple and rewarding.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local Carrier indoor weather team. Serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967, now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer vent cleaning, and now offers expert residential and commercial plumbing service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any reason, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has Generac generators in stock ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. As always, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the Carrier experts. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning. Locations in Jacksonville and Hempstead. Visit online, humphreyheating.com, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax, we're on the way.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Your marine weather outlook is brought to you by Community Prevention Services of Jacksonville. I don't know. I can look in the mirror every morning and I can't tell whether I'm depressed, whether I'm just not feeling well or whatever, unless there's some kind of a physical sign. But sometimes depression doesn't give you a physical sign, does it?
Not always. It can, but not always. Yeah. Not always.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel kind of bad, but I don't, can't tell any difference. I don't have a fever. How do you measure depression? How do you know that you're not feeling well from depression? How can you find out? If I'm just not feeling well, I'll put a thermometer there. It looks good. Take my pulse. It looks good. Blood pressure is fine, but I just don't feel right.
Well, then you could go to your primary care who may suggest after doing an exam, okay, I think this may be have another cause and go that way.
So, but you got to reveal it, right?
You have to reveal it. Yes.
You got to talk to somebody.
Agreed. 100%. Yes.
A lot of people don't understand that they are suffering from PTSD. You deal with it every day.
Sure do.
How many patients do you have that would you say, well, the office has? How many total patients there that may be experiencing PTSD? May not be suffering, but they may be experiencing it, right?
I'm going to say 20.
Okay, so you got,
and that's off the top of my head.
Okay, so you got around 20.
And that's a guess.
And that's going to be a low number of the number of people that likely are experiencing it around here, right?
Yeah.
Can that lead to physical ailments?
Yes. For a variety of ways.
What kind of symptoms are there physically that people may say, okay, I don't feel right now. I got chest pains. I got this. Are there any particular symptoms?
You can have actual aches and pains, believe it or not. Yeah. And for
unexplained?
Unexplained. Even stress can cause pain in the back of the neck. You get stress, headaches.
Yes.
And it can, I have a client that actually gets just joint pain from stress. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
You can have stomach aches, nausea, diarrhea.
What I was just talking about, not diarrhea, but nausea.
Yeah.
Just feel kind
you
of
still
bad.
feel bad. You're still icky.
Can I sleep it off?
A lot of people have either one of two things: either don't sleep or sleep a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Depends.
The older you get, trust me, I'm getting there. I've gotten there. And if you don't come to terms with some of those pains, you may or may not even know that you've got them. The worse you're going to feel. Because it all builds up. You agree with that, right?
Yeah.
Because I know that happens.
I agree with that.
Take care of it now. Call the fine counselors at Community Prevention Services. As Kelly says, see your primary caregiver. Explains to him or her that I've got this foot pains. They do X-rays, nothing there. They you got this tummy pain. There's nothing there. I got a pain in my neck. There's nothing there that they can examine that shows that you have a reason for having those pains, right?
Yeah.
So then their next step is to send you to somebody who can. They may think the smart one will think, well, maybe that is stress related.
A lot of primary care doctors now are starting to do mental health screenings and domestic violence screenings in the office as part of your routine exam.
Cool.
And if they determine that through the questions they ask you, then they can refer you.
The title of this business you have is Community Prevention Services. I like that. Whoever thumped that one up did good.
Me and my business partner did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Prevention. That's the idea. We want to prevent future issues or ongoing or continued or worse issues, right? Give them a call, 910-353-0972. 910-353-0972, conveniently located too on Henderson Drive, right there at 900 block 918, and they accept most insurance plans. Offshore today, small craft advisories in effect this morning through tomorrow evening. Southeasterly winds today, 15 to 20 knots, becoming southerly, 20 to 25 in the afternoon, gusts up to 30, 4 to 6 foot waves, building to 5 to 8 this afternoon. Ouch. Sounds and rivers choppy, becoming rough this afternoon. Tomorrow, southwesterly winds 15 to 20, gusts to 25, seas 5 to 7 feet. Sounds and rivers choppy again. Thursday, northerly winds about 10 knots, seas 3 to 4 feet. They're coming down. That's good. Adjacent sounds and rivers a light chop.
Today, showers mainly after 11 a.m. with a high of 73. Tonight, a little more the same, a low of 67. Tomorrow, partly sunny, a high of 83. Tomorrow night, some showers and thunderstorms may be likely, mostly cloudy otherwise with a low of 61. And on Thursday, partly sunny, a high of 82.
Our buddy, Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, he's in Ukraine, unannounced diplomatic mission to reassure the country that we're on your side. Really?
Oh, interesting.
He arrived in Kiev, expected to meet with senior Ukrainian officials and highlight the United States' enduring support for Ukraine. Okay. Unannounced visit. But as soon as he touched down, an earlier prepared news release was released saying, okay, Blinken is there and this is why. Why not release the statement before you get there? Does that just diminish the impact? Well, I mean, why do you need to even go there? Can't you call up Zelensky and say, Mr. President, listen up.
Right.
We're still on your side and we're sending you stuff. Never fear, we got your back. Why do you need to spend a ton of money, my money, to send this Twinkie over there to discuss battlefield updates, the impact of new U.S. security and economic assistance, long-term security and other commitments, and ongoing work to bolster Ukraine's economic recovery? Blinken is going to be discussing battlefield updates. I picture this, just picture it for just a moment. This guy is going into a room with Zelensky, a president who has been out there as president fighting in the streets with a machine gun, killing Russians. And Blinken is going to be discussing battlefield operations with him.
What does Blinken know about that?
What does Blinken know about anything?
I'm definitely agreeing with that statement.
But seriously?
Yeah.
We had to send him over there? Why didn't we send a general?
I'm saying,
Why didn't we send somebody with some brass and nose? Somebody with experience.
Agreed.
This guy doesn't have experience in the Boy Scouts.
I agree with that too. Don't know. You just can't make this stuff up sometimes.
Mr. President of Ukraine, I need to get your opinion on your battlefield operation. Maybe I can offer you some pointers.
Please.
Really?
That'd be like me trying to go in and tell a surgeon how to operate.
Yeah. some of this news these days, just why did he even go? Whose choice was that? I mean, Hillary had more battlefield experience than he's got. I mean, with what's his name, Bill.
True.
Hannah Reid. You know the name?
Hannah Reid.
Hannah Reid.
No, Hannah Montana.
No.
Hannah is was the armorer.
Oh, that's the one. Okay.
That's
Now I
the
know.
one.
So you said armor. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, okay, well,
Yeah.
she's sentenced to prison, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But she wants to be released until the big star goes on trial
Alex Baldwin.
and see what happens. She said, why am I going to have to sit here in prison? And he's the one to pull the trigger.
But you're the armorer.
But he's the one to pull the trigger.
She was
The last person, yes, she's responsible.
Right.
But the last person,
to touch the weapon. Yes.
okay, so the dude on the basketball court throws the basketball into another guy downrange.
Who catches it and
Who catches it and it goes outside, or
Yeah.
he scores a basket with it. Who gets the credit or the blame?
The shooter, the
Yeah,
person
the guy
shot
with
the
the
shot.
ball, right?
Okay, my question becomes, why are they using real guns?
Because they
Aren't
are
they
real
using-
guns, and
I
they look like real guns, and
Why
there-
didn't they use prop guns?
and there are people out there like me. They call them prop guns,
Mhm.
but they are in many cases they're real to give you the.
Yeah.
There are people out there who are gun people who will say that's a fake gun.
Well, it's also a fake movie. Come on now.
Well, the problem was when real ammunition got mixed in with the fake.
Why was there any real ammunition, and why did
Exactly.
anybody have access to those guns to go out into the desert and shoot real bullets with?
Yeah, they had been
what I'm
shooting the day
saying.
before, playing with it.
Well, who does that?
Some
People
people
do
there
it.
on that movie set.
People do it.
Oh my word.
See, when I used to go practice a lot, I used reloads, but these reloads are still dangerous.
It doesn't
But
matter
they-
what they are.
That's right. But the thing,
That guy Bruce, what's his name? That got killed.
yeah, Bruce Lee.
Brandon Lee.
Lam- yeah.
His son,
Brandon,
yeah.
You know,
And that was here in Wilmington.
very few. Yeah,
Mhm.
very few people understood what occurred there.
Right.
He was awesome.
He had real bullets, but
Yeah.
they weren't real bullets. But they were real bullets, but they had no powder in the casing.
Right.
But they had a large pistol primer. It was a 44 Magnum.
Yes.
A large pistol primer. A large pistol primer is goes off, and the idea, the premise is that it ignites then the powder in
Right.
the bullet, right? The case.
Right.
They had a piece of lead because on a revolver, looking at it from straight on, you can tell if there are bullets in that gun, right?
Right. Yes.
You see it.
Right.
But they had a primer in it. So when they pulled the trigger, it was supposed to make
Make
noise.
the
Obviously,
primer,
it's not
right.
going to make as much noise. First of all, it ain't going to make as much noise as a 44 with real power in the casing.
Right.
Why they had to have that, I don't know. You could dub in the explosion all you want. Right? Dub the audio in. But they used a bullet with a primer in it.
That'll do it.
No powder. And it went bang. And the bullet came out of the barrel with enough forward motion to penetrate and kill Mr. Lee.
Well, going back to
That's
the
the
Alex
result of the investigation, by the way.
Baldwin case, I feel like there's a lot of people that were negligent in this whole thing, but ultimately it came down to the armor.
Yeah.
Who handled
Well, ultimately, it comes
pistol.
down to the guy with the pistol. He should have checked it.
I would have. If it had been
If I hand
me.
you my gun right now, what are you going to do besides
I'm
not,
going to
not
check it
accept
first.
Do not accept it. Tell them to open it up.
Right.
Show you that it's unloaded.
Usually when you pass a firearm from one person to another, you
No.
open it.
You open it, show the individual that it's an unloaded weapon.
And that reminds me, JPD is going to be on soon to talk about gun safety.
Good. We need a lot of that.
We welcome that.
Always. The more the better. The legal team for this lady, they plan to appeal the jury instruction issues originally raised in a post-conviction motion.
The whole thing has been crazy.
They said that she's requesting to be released while she appeals.
Well, I don't see why not.
If you appeal, then that kind of negates if there is an appeal, I don't know. That's
I
a
mean,
legal
I
deal.
understand now, but this whole thing is such a mess.
I mean,
and,
she's been on the loose for how long?
right. But I guess she was found guilty. The
Yeah.
case is over. That's why she's serving time. But,
But if
no,
you
normally
appeal it-
you serve your time while it's being appealed.
Generally,
Yeah.
but not
Okay.
always.
I don't know. This whole thing is crazy. And speaking of JPE, this is National Police Week.
Yes, it is. And coming up,
And Peace Officers Memorial Observance is set to be held tomorrow, Wednesday,
Kelly's
May
birthday.
15th at 10 a.m. Kelly's going with her 55 sign at the Jacksonville Public Safety Remembrance Garden located at Court and Cheney Avenue behind the Center for Public Safety. It's being hosted by city officials and Jacksonville Public Safety. We join in this national observance to honor those who have made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty to protect and serve their communities, states Director of Public Safety, Mike Yanero. The public is welcome to attend this event that will include an
Encouraged.
honor guard, ceremonial music, a gun salute, and a wreath laying. Wow.
Multiple agencies
Nice.
will be represented.
Yes.
It's not just the Jacksonville Police Department. It's
Right.
multiple agencies.
Maybe it's not pouring rain. I hope it's not raining
No,
at that
not.
time.
I don't think it will be.
Let's hope.
Okay, we've got one person. Is it only one person that voted this morning?
Yes.
About early elections?
Right.
I think so. Just one.
What's going on, y'all? Do you think
I think-
early voting is too expensive to continue, especially for races like the two that we have statewide here in North Carolina,
Yes.
of which we have so far, after 15 days of early voting in Onslow County and across the state, we have a total of 342 people have been to the
That's
polls.
a crying shame.
Well, I know our friend Tom is listening. I want him to call in and just give his opinion on how many days of early voting should there be,
If any.
if any.
910-333-0139. Call after the break. We'll be right back. You're live and local Real Talk.
WSME.
If you plan to rebuild, remodel, repair, or do cottage or home improvements, Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City, should be your first stop. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies, along with Gerber, Buck, and Case knives. Williams Hardware is your helpful handy hardware store. Williams Hardware cuts glass to size and cuts and threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington grill from Williams Hardware. Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City, open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sunday for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement, parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro.
For 40 years now, people throughout Jacksonville and Onslow County have trusted Barnes Diamond Gallery for all their jewelry needs for every special occasion. They understand that every day is a special event for someone, whether celebrating a wedding, anniversary, birthday, engagement, or graduation. Let Barnes Diamond Gallery custom design something for you. Barnes Diamond Gallery does on-site repair in addition to their quality and selection of diamonds, diamond fashion bands, pendants, watches, earrings, gemstone rings, and necklaces for anyone for for any occasion. Major credit cards accepted. Layaway available. Barnes Diamond Gallery offers appraisals and pay top market prices for gold and silver. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville, open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. If your plans include hitting the road this year to do some traveling, make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle, and a visit to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind with the best value in all name brand tires and the largest selection of used tires in this area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Okay, we're back. And hey, Bill, how are you?
Good. I was just calling after hearing like how many times they have the early voting and stuff. And I agree with you. I think the mail-in ballot is a lot more cost effective, and I just don't see the expense being worth it in where one day, usually voting day, everybody used to turn out or 99.9%, and then the rest of the thing. So that's just my opinion on that one. And then I was listening to Vic, and I had forgotten about that coffee thing. And McDonald's coffee, it was too hot for me to drink right away, too.
And let it cool down.
Have to wait,
That's what I said. Let it
wait
cool
quite a
down.
while before I started sipping at it.
Yeah.
And the first gulp I had done, though, I felt like, whoa, I could feel that burning down in my stomach for quite a while. It took about like 2 weeks, like how the inside of your mouth burns with a hot pizza or something else. And I remember that, I could feel that for quite a while, for like a month or before it started feeling normal again. But I usually do have to wait quite a while for that to cool down. And then I just started sipping at it.
Well, my mom was really nice about it, but she would, in a restaurant, she'd always order hot coffee. Now, make sure my coffee's hot. They come in, and it was lukewarm or whatever, or even hot to some people. She'd say, "This is not hot enough. Take it back. Give me a hot one."
Yeah. There are people that drink it right away.
Uh-huh.
They said that was their best serving temperature for their the aroma and the taste. And I could smell it. It always smelled good, but I'd wait for it. I'd have to wait for it to cool down before I could drink it.
Well,
So,
I'd have to wait for 8 or 10 years because I just don't like coffee.
yeah. Well, anyway, have a good day.
You too, Bill. Thank you.
Hopefully we'll get good voter turnout.
Yeah.
We won't, but thank you for that.
But,
Good optimism.
No, but I think
Yeah.
the mail out thing
Just
is probably
be
the best way to go in there.
Yeah. All right. We'll talk to you later, Bill. Thank you. Well, I guess the trial is getting ready to resume. What is this I heard originally? About 2 weeks ago, they said, well, we've only got about 2 more weeks of this trial to
It's
continue.
been what, 4 weeks?
We
now,
haven't
3
even
weeks
gotten
now?
into the
I
defense
know.
yet.
Yeah.
What is up?
Well, the prosecution's not even done.
No.
Oh man, you just wait till the defense gets up there.
There's going to be a whole lot of meanness going on from them coming
gonna
from
be
them,
interesting.
knocking down
Good
my line.
gracious.
It'll be fun. That's when the fun begins. Okay, we got another caller. Who's this?
Hey, this is Mike from Jacksonville. How y'all doing?
Hey, Mike. First of all, are you calling about the early voting?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think we need to fix the root of the problem. Ever since the Supreme Court ruled that corporations are people to certain political entities, and people have been beholden to these corporations instead of being beholden to the people. I am thankful for the primaries because you can send a clear message to either side.
Yep.
Like Trump is still, Haley is still polling, she's getting 20% of the votes still. And on the Democratic side, Biden is still getting resistance on this side, about 10 to 15%, that you can send a clear message to these politicians that, things ain't right. I think the low turnout is due to that fact as well. People are just fed up with both sides, and they're just not turned out as much. I believe if you compare early voting to the years prior, you'll see the drastic changes.
Well, here in North Carolina, statewide, I'm not talking about some of the other districts, of course. I'm talking about statewide, which includes Onslow County. The only two races, one is for, and their runoff, okay, one is for lieutenant governor. I'm like, really? They really got a race for lieutenant governor? Most of the time, that's what I think. And then the other one is for state auditor. I mean, some people don't even know that we have an auditor who's elected by the people. And apparently, there is not enough interest in either or both of these races in Onslow County to get us out to the polls.
Yeah, because people don't look at the individual cases of like just voting for.
Nope.
They're just looking at R's and D's, you know, and they contribute that to the overall party.
Well, in this particular case, now you got to understand this is a primary runoff. So everybody running that's in this runoff on this particular race in Onslow County, well, that affects Onslow County, they're all Republicans. It's not a Democrat. It's not a D and an R thing. It's all R's.
They're fighting it out.
Yeah.
In Thunderdome.
I'm not saying like I'm not saying people are saying like, you know, well, I'm on my side, I'm not voting for the other side. I'm saying Republicans are fed up with Republicans too.
Oh, I know that.
Evident. Yeah, that's evident, you know. Nikki Haley's still getting 20% of the vote. And I think that's a correlation to showing that, you know, people just fed up.
Yeah, well, I think probably a big chunk of us are fed up, regardless of what side that you're on. If you're a D, an R, an I, or just none of the above, that's me. I'm a pedestrian. That's all I can tell you. I'm in the middle of the road dodging traffic.
Yep.
All right. So you'd be in favor of doing what with early voting?
I believe for the primaries, you should have about 3 days because everybody can't make it at one time. And then if all the 300 people that did vote showed up at the same exact time, you know, it'll be a hassle for these locations to get all those votes in and
Really?
got other jobs and stuff to do.
Well, 300 people showing up at 24 different precincts, that's like 1.5 extra people per day over a 13-hour day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying 3 days for early voting, correct?
Yeah, give people 3 days, you know, I mean.
I like that.
People's schedules are different. Have it set over going into the weekend, maybe Friday, Saturday, Thursday, or Sunday, or something like that. And that way people can get in and get their right to vote. Say if something happened to you, like you was giving an example earlier, where you was in a hospital, you couldn't vote. You'll be ticked off if you couldn't vote, you know?
Yep.
Because you know, things happen, life happens, you know? But 15 days is a surge, but 3 days, I believe that'd be a good standard. As far as the general elections, we're going to have increased votes. It's not going to be 300 people.
Right.
I believe that should be around 7 days.
For the general election in
general election.
November. Right. Oh, I see what he's
general election
saying.
in November,
7 days.
We should have about 7 days.
I think we should keep
cut
it
it down.
consistent, right?
Yeah.
But I like that. I
Yes,
like that.
There's not a whole lot of consistency anywhere right now.
Yeah, there's not.
Hey, Mike, appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
No problem.
All right, you're live in Local Real Talk. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Our number, if you want to weigh in, you got something you want to chat about, now's your time. 910-333-0139. If nobody wants to talk about the election, what do y'all think about this trial? How is it going to end? Is it going to be a split decision? I'll explain when we come back a little bit about what I'm thinking, but I'll see you then. Don't go away.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only cover protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Soft, luxurious, smart strand forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, solid tech luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home that's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at watkinsnewfloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2023 in the flooring covering and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering, they're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering, family owned and operated since 1997, with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering, you stand on it, we stand behind it.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
The Cub Cadet Ultimate Sales Event is here. Now through May 18th, save on select Cub Cadet lawnmowers, including both gas and battery-powered zero turns and lawn tractors. The Cub Cadet Ultimate Series, which includes both lap bar and steering wheel models with heavy-duty mowing decks available in a variety of sizes designed to deliver a premium cut. And Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series lawn tractors were engineered for strength, comfort, and versatility. Don't wait. The Ultimate Sales Event ends May 18th. Head to Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and excellent service. Offer valid 4/14/24 through 5/18/24. Participating Cub Cadet dealers and online at cubcadet.com. Prices may vary by retailer. May not be combined with any other discount or offer. Does not apply to prior purchases. Other restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry. Piggly Wiggly Bulk Foods is now open, 149 Willis Parkway, just off Highway 17 North, right here in Jacksonville. Restaurants, food trucks, festival workers, party suppliers, vendors, government, schools, and families of all sizes stroll on down to Piggly Wiggly Bulk Foods and save. They have a huge selection of large pots and pans, plasticware in many shapes and sizes, trays including takeout trays. In addition, Piggly Wiggly Bulk Foods has everyday grocery items, such as Atkinson breaders and mixers, veggies, sauces, puddings, and beans. So if you need to buy in bulk for the long haul or everyday grocery items, Piggly Wiggly Bulk Foods will save you money. Piggly Wiggly Bulk Foods, brand new, 149 Willis Parkway, just off Highway 17 North, Jacksonville. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 2 on Saturdays. Phone 910-455-7800.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, let's go back to this trial with Donald Trump, okay? The Trump trial.
The Trump trial.
The Trump trial. So he's charged with a couple of misdemeanor offenses, right?
Correct.
But if convicted of the 2 misdemeanors, it becomes a felony.
Okay.
Okay, the jury is going to say, he ain't going to go to jail. We're not going to convict him of anything that can send him to prison. We're not going to do that. But we got to convict him of something, so let's convict him of 1 misdemeanor.
Do you think they're going to be able to separate that?
I don't know. Why not?
I mean, well, first of all, no one's really heard the charges.
I've heard
How
them,
you going
but
to convict somebody of mystery charges?
well, they're out there, but they're.
Well, nobody seems to know what they are.
Here's what I'm thinking that they'll to save face, to save the prosecution's face, to say, okay, Trump, we don't like what you did, but we can't see you going to prison. There are a lot of people out there that like you. Take the 100,000 or so that showed up over the weekend at that rally, which should have sent a notice to
You would
Biden.
think it would,
Biden
yeah.
should be. The Democrat, forget Biden, he's not even there. But the Democrat Party should have taken notice of that. Okay, yes, it's a staging event. that generates a lot of attention for a lot of people that may or may not even want to vote for anybody, but they get caught up in the wave.
I guarantee you, those 100,000 people are going to be voting for Trump.
I'm sure they
They
are.
stood
But the
in-
other people
yeah.
that are out there who say, well, I really don't like the guy. Wow, he's got some kind of a following there. Maybe I better vote for him.
Yeah, there's people
I can
that
see
do
people,
that.
I see
Yeah, people
people
do
that will get caught up
I've
in
seen
that.
that.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
It happens. So, but anyway, for this trial, it's not going to be a clean guilty thing. I don't think the jury can do that. First of all, even as Steve said the other day last week, and I read some more Democrats yesterday. Can't remember who they were. Exactly what did he do that they have shown that he did something illegal? He
Like
slept with a
Jojo?
hooker? Okay, big deal.
For him, it was.
I mean, so seriously, but I'm
Right.
going to say a jury, the average person out there is going to say, and we're going to have to put a whole lot of men in jail.
People only knew how much actually occurs behind the scenes when you're in a huge political race.
Oh, yeah.
They would be shocked.
Oh, yeah.
But there's a lot of stuff that goes
There's
on.
a lot of dirt.
A lot of dirt.
It moves
Get the
all over the place.
broom.
But anyway, don't know. Anyway, the Cohen, is he back on the stand yet?
He's back on the stand this morning.
I know he's going to be on the stand.
Not yet.
I
He's
know-
already
there.
He's arrived.
Yeah, he's arrived.
He has arrived
Ignored
on
the reporters and they're upset.
He has arrived on the scene. Well, what did the reporters expect him to do?
Oh, they're hungry. They're out there just trying to get anything they can.
you're
They
right.
station themselves out there all day long.
Yeah.
The courts aren't televised, but the reporters are there. So whenever they take breaks and Trump comes out, they're
Mhm.
there in
They
case
give
he
all-
wants to talk.
Well, in case he wants to talk.
Well, he
Well,
did come out. He didn't talk all day yesterday until at the very end of the
Mhm.
day, and he came out with the whole list of people and statements that they had made about how he was innocent. So he read like 3 pages of that.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, okay.
And there are a lot of folks out there that say, I know what he's accused of. I know
Mhm.
what he's done based upon what they say in court here, but he's not even charged with that. Huh.
Well, that's
it's
why-
like you said, you don't even know what he's charged
What
with.
is he charged
Well,
with?
the federal, they're claiming that he fraudulently used campaign money to
But
pay
what
off.
is the charge?
But the thing about it is, the Federal Elections Commission has already investigated and said they found no wrongdoing.
That was the Fed.
It's just like the state does. Well,
Now-
see, it's a federal thing. He
I
ran on a
understand.
federal ticket.
Well, I agree with that too. But my question is, what are his? If I'm
Yeah,
a
I
juror,
think Steve actually, when he called
what's
in the
being
other
read
day,
to
he,
me? And I'm
there
looking.
are a couple of official charges out there, but
yes.
I have yet to see the evidence to satisfy me that he had, based upon the charges, what he's charged with, and the evidence that I've heard, which I haven't heard at all,
Right.
don't want to hear it all, but I have not seen anything glaring that would cause me to think that he's guilty of what he's charged with, not accused of. He's
I think
accused
it's a
of everything.
very fine line.
I just
needs
don't
to go
see
away.
that. So let's move on.
Oh, another new
Let's
thing.
have the election tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the latest on Trump, his newest thing. He may face $100 million tax fine.
Yeah, huh?
And this is out of the and I had the page up and I have to wait for it to come back up because I went somewhere else. But yeah, over the property in Chicago Tower. And maybe it'll come back up here real quick. Oh yeah, 100 million plus tax bill if he loses an IRS audit over a Chicago
Well,
tower.
first of all he's got to do is call one of them 800 legal eagle people that will settle your debt.
800 legal people. Yeah.
Pennies on the dollar.
Come settle
They
your
got plenty
tax
of them.
debt.
Saying
Yeah.
government
Lord
audit
mercy.
indicates he double dipped on tax losses tied to a Chicago skyscraper. Whee! The report's findings could put renewed focus on Trump's business career as the presumptive Republican nominee tries to regain the White House.
Yeah, we'll see.
He's the
Okey-dokey.
nominee.
I mean,
It's
that's-
time to go.
That's not salacious like everything else we got going on right now.
100 million is?
Ain't no way. Okay. We'll see you tomorrow. We have Dr. Rosemary Stein. She's going to be joining us, and we'll find out what's ailing the children. How's that?
Can we get into that?
It's a lot of stuff in going
Yeah,
around.
we've got that too. We will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Right now, we're going to take a Fox News break at 10 o'clock. It's another dose of the Daily D's with Rick D, spinning all of the tunes that you like to hear. At 3 o'clock, he will chunk that ball right on down there to Hollywood, Chris Hollywood Man, who will continue with all those great sounds. You're live and local real talk. Oh, by the way, if you're from Holly Ridge and you vote down that way, they got a meeting this evening. Starts at 6 o'clock. They may have a couple of foreign invaders from outside
the
that
red
area.
shirts may be there.
Oh my!
You never can tell. You're live and local real talk. Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME.
WSME. Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.